Hello people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Charity Okoti, and today's video we're talking about revamping your financial blueprint, right? Okay, so today's video I'll be taking us to the training I had with the company where I work with the members of staff, right? So without further ado, let's dive right into it. Our HR manager. I want to start by appreciating the HR crew for this opportunity to me to make this presentation. I really appreciate. Okay, so to everyone that have joined, I want to say welcome, and to those seated here with me in the conference room. Okay, so I think BT has actually done justice to the question, because in fact she just gave a summary of what we're talking about. But then, the class is going to be interactive and just relax. I'm not speaking British English like beauty, so we are here to be young. You get what I mean? So engineer Ayo and Co. So without wasting much of our time, let's just dive right into it. So she has introduced the topic to us, revamping your financial blueprint. So let me just make this illustration, right? I don't know if we have our writing materials like a jotter and a pen, because we'll do a quick exercise right away. So let me just give you a few seconds to get out your writing materials, get your pen and your jotter. So what we'll be doing right now, so now at the left hand side of your writing paper, I want you to put down your income, like your salary. How much is your salary? Just write it down. And if you have maybe additional source of income, you can also put it down. It's part of your income. So let's do it on a monthly basis. Just put it down. So when you're done with that, you can sum it up to know how much you're earning per month. So if you're done with that, to the other side of the paper, that's your right hand side, I want you to, I know this is going to be kind of, tired or something, so just put down list of your monthly expenses, right? Like those things you spend on a monthly basis. For example, your transportation to work, your feeding, and everything. Just write them down. Things you spend on a monthly basis, right? So just put them down, all your expenses for the month. Just write them down and put a sum to it. I believe we should have a rough idea of how much it costs us on transportation, how much it costs us on feeding, on, if you're a Christian, your tithes, your offering, just those things that you do on a monthly basis. Just put them down. So I'll give you time to quickly do that. Then when you're done, you can just sum them up and let's have a sum. Alright, I want to believe we're done with it. If you're done with it, now I want you to relate your total expenses to your total income. So at this point, if your total income, right, if it is more than your total expenses, so that means you're safe, you're on point, right? But if your expenses, if your expenses are more than your income, so that means there's a problem, and that's why we are having this class, right, at this time. And then, so now you can see need for budgets, for a personal budget, and that's what this topic is all about. When you hear the word revamping, what's revamping? Revamping is just change or arrangement of something in order to improve on it. So that's revamping. So forget the big grammar. Then financial, just your finance, and then blueprint is just like a plan, like a design, right? So to put those words together is just changing your financial plan in order to improve on it. So now we're talking about our personal budget, because budget is what we're going to use in order to, to manage our finances, right? So, Bishop has talked about subsidy removal. As I wake up one morning, now I hear say subsidy gone. I don't know if I'm the only one that heard that one, in this Nigeria. No subsidy gone. And then subsidy is gone, and I think it's gone for good. And I don't think subsidy is coming back anytime soon, right? So now, as Nigerians, as an individual, what are we supposed to do? As subsidy don't go, right? So it's not time for us to panic, right? It's time for us to actually sit down and then look at our expenses, right? And look at our income and see how we can, we can work this out, right? That's why we're having this section. So without wasting of our time, let us go quickly into what a budget is, because we're actually talking about a personal budget. So budget is just a spending plan based on our income and expenses. So that's what budget is all about. Budget is just a spending plan based on income and and expenses. So now this will take us to the second illustration that I'll be making for this topic. We know that today is Friday, right? So let's assume that our HRM, Miss Beauty Ogbonna, she has decided to do a giveaway. A giveaway Friday. So let's assume that our HR manager decided to give everybody 1 million gift. Right? Say, guys, thank God it's Friday. Oh yeah, now carry water. So now we receive this gift today. What is the first thing that comes into our mind? How do we want to spend this money? This kind of money now, money where you don't work for, right? So how do we spend it? What comes to mind? Are you thinking about going out to hang out with the guys? You want to go Zanga? We want to go bus bottles. You get what I mean? I mean, at tomorrow, you want to go. I mean, I wish beach. I only room. I mean, you want to go there, go chill with guys, carry babe, go flex. You understand? I mean, what comes to your mind? Do you get? I mean, for ladies, probably you want to buy the latest woman hair. I mean, sometimes, is it Bond Street? Which one is the latest? Is it Bond Street, right? Okay. That's a red I can imagine your salary to go. So, you get what I mean? So, these are the things, but we are cracking joke over this matter. But to be sincere, it's really very serious. It's a serious matter to really look at. So now, this brings me to mindsets. You know, everybody will say, I want to be rich, right? Everybody talks about the rich, the wealthy. I want to be wealthy, I want to be this. But then there is a thin line between the rich and the poor. And that thin line, guys, is their mindset. Because any money that comes into the hand of the poor, right? The next thing is, how you go take blow the money. And truth be told, like the poor always say that there are things, there are bills, right? Debts they grant, loans they make person go service. Like guys, we got to chop, we got to work. You understand? Now we don't chop and I see road. You understand? So those are the popular saying, right? But then these things are actually true, they're actually correct, right? But the rich, on the other hand, when money comes to them, to the rich, the first thing that comes to the rich is investment. It's only one language. Now you go the ring for the rich man. Investment. Do you get? And the truth is, the rich might end up, see that 1 million naira, the rich might end up, if possible, he might want to even save everything and then wait for proceeds from his investment that you now want to spend on, if possible. But then the poor, he go say, more bills they grant, bills boku. Oh my, this one a jackpot. So I need to, this is what I did identify myself since. You understand? I need to go flex. And my life is too short. You understand those kind of things? So now that brings us to mindset. So before we proceed, I really want us to, I don't know whatever mindset we have, when as long as finance is concerned, right? But I want us to have this healthy mindset that money na spirit, right? So we should have this mindset about money. And then when it comes to money, I want us to go with this that any money that comes into your hand, it contains a seed and a fruit. I want us to say it.
Pastor.
A seed and a fruit. A seed and a fruit. A seed and a fruit. My brother, my sister, if you can just get this right, see, our problems, they say have solved, right? But our problems are solved. Because, the next thing is for us to start complaining that our income is too small. Abi?
Yeah.
Our income, but the truth is, if you don't get our mindset right, see, guys, maybe they earn 1 million naira today, right? If your mindset towards finance is not correct, forget it. See that 1 million naira, it will amount to nothing, right? It will amount to nothing. So that's why we need to get this, that any money that comes into our hand, that there is a seed and there is fruit. So what this means is, from that money, let's say as little as 1,000 naira that comes into your hand, because that 1,000 naira, from inside, your fruit they inside, your seed they inside. From inside you need to save, right? And from inside you need to pay bills and your upkeep. So if you can have that mindset, trust me, we are good to go. So let me even start an example. As we say, as per tomorrow na weekend, you can't wash your trousers, guys. You can't just stumble on 2,000 naira. You say now the month sef don turn half. You can't stumble on 2K. How you go feel? I think that excitement. Money wey don lost. You understand? You don't see that money, guys. Your spirit will just come up. You understand? So that's what savings, right, can do for us. So that will take us to the point that is on the slide. Right, those points we have on the slide. So those are okay. Oh yeah, thank you. Those steps we have on the slide now. Those are things that we can do that will help us in, that will help us in managing our finances. So I think the first item there is adjust spending habits. Adjust spending habits. So at this point in time that we know subsidy is gone, right? And then our income is still the same. So I think this is the right time that we really need to sit down and then we need to make some adjustments. We need to cut down on our expenses. Set a scale of preference, and then this is where discipline now comes in. Because you cannot achieve this without discipline. Truth be told, things are much. Yoruba man say bukata plenty. But then I think I remember during the Naira redesign, where you already have money in your account, but you don't really have access to it. So I know that time, see the way guys they manage. If you get 1K, that 1K, you go wala. If you go for road, you see suya, you just carry fuel, go up suya. You go take suya or transportation to work. You know what I mean now? That time, guys, that's even the best time to save. Because then because you manage the money, if you get like 10K for your account, that 10K they reach 8,000. So by the time when you go with that 10K, now 8K be that too. You understand? So that time everybody just manage. As you go, the ice cream you see, this ice cream or my tea. So then I can't say there are some things that are not really necessary. You understand? Some things that are very important. That's why I talked about set a scale of preference. Those things that are essentials to us that we cannot do away with. Like we cannot do away without coming to work, right? So because if you don't come work, guy, I trust my HRO rather. Make say your salary, if it complete. You get what I mean? So now, such the product salary like this, guys, you need to calculate your transportation. Don't put them aside. Man was work. So you just set your preference. Those things that are very important that you cannot do away with. Right? So discipline is key in achieving this. And then you see, guys, we just have no choice. We really need to cut down on things because the subsidy has gone. I mean, it's gone. Or it's gone now. So I know this subsidy thing can affect so many things. Transportation automatically, even everything because of living thing will change. But me, I'm not going to shock say if landlords come up and say, guy, come, subsidy gone, rent increase. Do you understand? So what do you want to do? We just got to survive, right? So now we just borrow ourselves brain. See how we take cut this. For example, guys, if you drink like 5 bottles of is it like NSC a green bottle, just cut down to 2. You understand? Maybe before they carry like 5 side chick, you cut down to 2. Maybe they carry 1 before and you don't marry, just delete her, don't face your wife. You get what I mean? So this is the time to actually borrow ourselves brain, to bring down the cost. So the next thing is avoid gambling.
People still gamble.
People do. Naira bets. Baba Ijebu, what they do? Hey, people do that too. And one thing about gambling, right, that we don't know is, you don't like say you just enrich somebody's purse.
Yeah.
How they make the guys? They make them. They're creating wealth. That's just it. And you have that money. Only when you want to work, we go sweat like this before you get the money. Now you go carry on, go play Baba Ijebu. Oh, come on. We don't pass those stage right now. We need to wise up. So we should try to avoid it as much as possible. I remember during that time of MMM, when MMM come, go put 100K, get 200K within 2 weeks. Sharp, we define how we want to take double money. But then as much as those things look attractive and but then in the long run, we get our fingers burnt. So we should really try to avoid gambling as much as possible, right? So the next thing is have a savings plan. Yes. So I think I will dwell in this place for a while. Have a savings plan. This savings plan is very important. See, this savings plan is very, very important. You know, I think I did a video on my YouTube about family budget. Maybe you can just go there, because this is where budget now comes in, right? So let me even start an example. Let's say you're earning 100K, for example. So now, when you have your expenses, you don't put those important things, your feeding, your transportation, you understand? After they list out those things, my brother, just put in savings. See, that savings is very important. I cannot over talk. It's very important. And then now we save, and then I come to realize that our own perspective about savings is we save to maybe pay house rent, right? Which is okay. We save to buy a car, which is okay. But then we should also save to invest, meaning that in your savings, so right, as you're saving money, you're also saving money to invest. And the money you're investing, okay, all right, I'll come to investments. So now let me talk about ways that we can save and then we will not really feel it. You know, I want to be that we know what is called direct debit. So you can go to your bank and then tell them to place your account on direct debit. Give them a particular amount of money. So as soon as your salary is coming in, it takes it out. So you don't have access to it. You can tell maybe in the space of 12 months, you don't have access to it until when the time is right, then they will just return it back into your account. That will also help us to save. Because people, they see their account balance like this, the thing will pinch them. Make them go out, hang out. As you see their account balance, but if the money not there, you know, okay, they see 20K. They can't look the date. Today is 15th, so you have 15 more days. So you know you want to manage. So I think that will also help us in saving money. The another thing is contribution. You know, that's what you call a job. You know, people do contribution to save. And you know why I like contribution is, and if you want to do it, please be careful. No go down for where you go do money go use like for a car. Make sure say anywhere where you do you also really say you trust. So contribution really helps you, because whether you don't pack your money, whether you never pack your money, if it is 10 months, if it is 20, if it is 12 months, right, you just have to pay back. So contribution too is also, I can also recommend that. It can be contribution. So now the way it will help you, you can look at, okay, how much do you want to contribute? Don't go and contribute all your salary. You go on the trek, you go on the drink gallery. So that is why budget is key. So now you can contribute your house rent. Like, how much is your house rent? You don't know the amount. Then if you're doing contribution for like 12 months or for 10 months, you don't calculate, okay, that house rent, you divide that by 10 or by 12, how much it be? Then if you have other things that you want to use money for during the course of the month, during the course of the year, you can add it to that. So I want to talk about investment. When we get to investment, I'll talk about that. So these are ways of which you can save. Then I think I've tried this before. You can even have an account that you will not collect ATM. You will not get this bank app on your phone. So that I've done that. I think maybe like 10 years ago when I just started working. I've done that. I saved to rent an apartment, and it really pays off. You know, so not to just get one account. Every month, actually, they collect salary, just move the money. Any amount, just move and enter here. You know, say you don't get ATM. You know, say you don't get app for your phone. You understand? So that you know you don't have access. And you know, say now, At way back in secondary difficult, unlike those days. Now people hardly go to banks, right? So okay, until you go to bank before you can have access to that money. So this will also help you, so as not to, to help you so as to save money. So that will take us to the next point, which is have an investment. Yes, have an investment. You see, investment is key. So I was talking about savings the other time. Now people tend to miss savings and investment. Money that you save, money that probably you're setting aside for other expenses that you might incur during the course of the year. And you can also save. Do you know what is called emergency fund? What you call emergency fund is not just like a fund that you're saving and you might not have access to maybe until, God forbid, thank God for HMO now. Maybe when one is sick, like like things that you don't do every month, you don't have to every month, but thank God for HMO. Or probably maybe someone loses his job, right? And then it's actually advisable that that emergency fund, you have money there that can maybe take care of you for like 4 months. Your basic needs, maybe when one loses his job, before you can get another job. So that is also important. You have that saving. So now, but for investment, remember it's amount of money you're keeping aside that you want to invest. I think it doesn't really have a fixed amount or a fixed percentage. So it depends on you. People use 20%, right? People use higher percent. People even use less than that. But I would say if you are in your late 40s, going to 50s, you cannot use the same as someone that is in his 20s, right? Because you know that you are closer to retirement, so you can make it 30 or even more. They say what they pursue person will determine how the person will take run. If na fowl they pursue you, the way you go run is different from if na snake they pursue you. Or lion. Thank you, my brother. You understand? So now if you are in your 20s, you can only do 10%. You can do 20, you can do 10, you can do 15. But guys, if you don't clock 40 something going to 50, I think you cannot do 20% again, right? And then another thing is, we all have what is it called? Pension. But the rate of inflation, may we just get shock absorber now. And our shock absorber we say, may we get investment plan. So that by the time you can't clock 50 years, you don't retire. You can't go say you want to collect your pension. You get millions, and then you can't give your millions. By that time, make inflation don't eat the money. The money become look useless. Do you understand? So that's why it's very important to have an investment plan. And then now, what do you do with how do you even grow your investments? Money you're saving, how do you even grow it? To say, okay, I want to now invest this money. Like I said, if you make it a habit, like monthly, you say, let's say person they collect 100k for example. You save 20k. Say 20k, I want to invest it. You now start to save it from January, February, March to December. By that time, that money don't turn 120,000 naira. You cannot say that money now. You can't say you want to go do Christmas. See, what is the color? Investment money. So that money now, by January, you can't roll them over. So by that January now, you know what if you do with that money? If you even use and say, okay, if you do treasury bill, do you get? If you even do fixed deposits with that 120k, so the money if you look small, but it better pass nothing. So now the following year, you don't go for that 120k. Both the interest, just shall put everything back into the money. Not chop interest, put everything back, right? Then the following January, comes another one again. Come do them again, reach December. And like another 120k. Come add and join the 120k of last year, and that one too don't yield interest. Come add this one, join inside. Oh yeah, roll everything. Guys, by 5 years, see that money, we don't go. And then if you never want to live until 5 years, you can roll it for like 2-3 years. Put the money out. Then you now want to say, okay, let me now invest. Reinvestment. So the reinvestment is not, if you keep money to me is not a reinvestment, because money to inflation can eat up money. But reinvestment comes to real estate. Come buy land. If you go to now, which place land cheap now? Say, show them way. I've been like So let's say you don't keep that money for like 3 years. When you go like 400K, I don't know. You understand? You can buy land, one plot of land. Just go, if you don't want to now, go fence some. You do corner piece. Just do corner piece. You understand? Then, if you do it like that, right? Now you go sit down and say, okay, I dey work. It's work while they work, so I know they work through it. Then you go come start another. You continue your investment plan. The one you go come, you say go start foundation. Before you know it, guy, you understand? So you set yourself financial goals, set goals that okay, in 5 years time, this is where I want to, this is what I want to achieve, right? Because truth be told, as the money they come like this, we take say the money not go reach. Before you go chop everything. And then there's one part I want to open our eyes to in the Bible. Sorry, say I dey quote, I'm not be pastor. I dey quote Bible. There's one part of the Bible that says, one book of the Bible says, that a good man leave an inheritance for his grandchildren. See, the day I see this verse of the Bible, I say, my language, if you see something, you say a big pass you go shout, Gueke. That day, I can't shout, Gueke. I say, wait, this money will never reach us. We, as in, for those that are married, you and your children, as in the money never reach you, chop. May we even chop safe. Then Bible come talk say a good man that you will now save. See, you not give inheritance to your children, but your children, meaning that your inheritance go reach your children, it go still remain, it go still reach your grandchildren. So now the pace at which we are going.
Without eating politics money, right?
Without eating politics money. Do you understand? Without cutting corners. Without robbing pizza to people. You understand?
You know.
But even when
you do ritual, you won't be able to gather that kind of money.
Guy, I said don't do ritual before. So, do you understand? The day I stumbled on this verse, I was like, God, how do you expect us to this economy, the way this is a go? Do you understand? But then, there's a saying that says, little drop of water makes an ocean. So let's even start first. You understand? We don't even know how far we won't go. Let's even start first. Do you get it? So that's why we're here. So I know everybody is lamenting subsidy removal. My brother and I tell you go do it in shine your eyes. Shine your eyes. Sit down. So okay. As you don't be like this, so at all. Now I'm bad. People they say they don't get a job now. But yeah, you get a job. At least we're on HRA. We're on HRA payroll. You know, say at all. Allah, we are green. You understand? Then plan with that. Plan with it, right? Just plan with it. So if you need to cut down. So now that will take us to the last point. Seek ways to improve your financial status. Again. So how we want to seek ways? Guys, we need to seek ways, right? Any, but not one that is illegal. So this is the time that I did a video on. You can go to my YouTube channel. I did a video on 5 steps on how you can set up a small business. So now I'm not saying that don't do anything that will conflict your megawatt work. right? There are so many things that you can do online. Go online. Like now, I'm a YouTuber. Abi. Now online thing now. When I reach my house, I'll carry camera, sit down. Oh yeah, now I begin. You understand? So you can do anything, like so long as it's legit, so long as it does not conflict with your primary assignment. This is your PPA, primary place of assignment. Abi. So long as because this is the main thing. You understand? So seek ways. Go and brainstorm. What can I do? You understand? That can give me extra. I know when the extra comes to now, you will still blow everything. So we'll still go back to our, you understand? So even when the extra comes, the same principle you're going to use for your salary. Remember what I said earlier? Every money that comes in, there is what?
Fruit and seed.
Correct. For those that came in late, when I started talking, okay, maybe when I'm doing recapping, but I talked about fruits and seed. Any money that comes into your hand, there is what? There is fruits and seed. So we should have that mindset. So that is what will guide us. So financial success, that's what the rich do. The rich, as money enter their hand, they know say no, this money no only better than be their own. They say for inside this money, so now you sit there. Make everyone answer. Anybody there don't lick courage because swallow the seed. So there is seed by mistake. But you go grow by your belly. I remember when I was a baby, my mom would tell us, be careful. If you swallow orange seed, the orange tree will grow. I remember there was a day, me and my younger brother, when I swallowed the seed, he started crying, mommy, tree wants to grow. Do you get? So let's have that mindset of seed and fruit. Seed, you see a wolf money like this. Seed and fruit. Have that mindset, right? So just know that. You see this money that costs. If there was no pay salary now, what's the pay salary? Start it. So no matter how little it may look, you can only maybe reduce your recharge card. Let's say they use like 10K every month for recharge card. Just cut down small. The way not go affect you. Just maybe come on 1,000. Just save up. Thank you, my brother. Everybody in the economy. So even Nigeria will get budget now. Everything is budget. Do you understand? Make it as a whole. We have yearly budget. So why not? Why can't we not have our own personal budget? So what budget does is budget helps you to monitor your spending. Just to put things in check. That okay, what I'm receiving, I'm not spending more than that. Do you understand? So that's just what this is all about. Just have that mindset that okay, any money. So that's what makes the rich different from the poor. You understand? So just have that mindset that okay, any money that comes in, there's seed and there's fruit. That's just the basic of the story. It's even though they talk since money they come. And just that one. Now go help us. So and then as your income keep increasing, you are applying that same principle of seed and fruits. That's how you see that your seed keeps expanding. So you get to the point that there won't be room to contain. Like you said, the picture is that we have here. See, the cup don't full. The cup all overflow. So you get what I mean? So yeah, in conclusion, budget helps to create financial stability. That's just it. It helps by tracking our expenses, following a plan. So, and still don't forget that every money that gets into our hands contains a seed and a fruit. So that brings us to the end of this discussion. So if you have any question or contribution you want to have, if you're a finance expert, why not? We can share it. Maybe you have a plan that you're already on that I didn't mention here, and you want to share with us because this is knowledge sharing, right? So all of us can.
Okay, I have a question actually. Okay, so question is specifically, why are you looking at me like that?
Please, can you reduce the grass of your voice? Add more treble, please.
Alright, so the question is, there's this mindset that live while you can.
Okay.
So in the place of, if you have the opportunity to enjoy something now, enjoy it. Because tomorrow you might not have the opportunity to enjoy such. Short, like anything can happen. It's not really like that short life kind of thing. Like it's not about being wasteful, right? Okay, like I used to have someone back then in the university. If she wants to cook food, she would cook. Instead of her to cook like one pot of rice, you will eat now. You might eat in the afternoon or probably at night. And for you to, then we're even still using what's it called, stove. So like for you to save your kerosene and all. So she will cook. What she will cook, I'm not even joking. She was my hostel mate. She has a roommate back then. She will cook half. In fact, what she will cook might not even be up to half cup. That milk cup. She will cook it. She will finish it. If she now wants to eat like maybe, she will now tell like 2 hours or 3 hours later, she's hungry. She will now go and cook that thing again. All just because she's trying to, I don't know, maybe you understand.
She wants to manage.
You understand? If you go and buy pure water, instead of having to drink one sachet of pure water, like finish it, like, you understand, for digestion purpose, Mama will drink like half and keep that other half. She will tell you she can't be wasting. I don't know. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand.
So now, in the midst of all of those things, we've had people that they probably lost their life while they were in school and all, like maybe accidents. So, like, and then we used to
Where is the guy now?
the lady, I don't even know where she is. I don't know where she is. So like I do tell myself like, okay, so if I don't eat this thing now, if I don't do this thing now, I might not have the opportunity to do it. Because of course death is inevitable, right? So if you are now holding everything, like you are keeping everything, and at the end of the day, if the person dies, you might not have the opportunity. Fine, your kids, you say your kids have the opportunity to eat or your next of, but what if that your next of kin doesn't have the opportunity? Like somebody that builds that had a land somewhere. Okay, it's even in my estate. You understand? The person has a land somewhere and unfortunately died and the wife did not get to know. They was trying to invest, right? But unfortunately the wife did not get to know. So by the time she will now know, time had gone and all the documentation and all. So now we now have to start looking. Okay, so my estate, like let's say for example, it was when they were naming it Federal Housing Estate Block 1. But now it's now basically streets, like number 5 Lincoln Street. So now they are now looking for, they now have to start going to one Federal Housing Commission, blah blah blah. So but they would have saved the family that stress. At least the family could. What about the people that the family could not get to? He was trying to save or he was trying to invest. Do you understand? And how about those people that died and
And their property.
it's even the family that will audit. The children might not actually enjoy anything from it. So I'm not saying, so that's what I'm trying to ask. So when you are saying save, like is it about completely saving such that at the end of the day you are not even putting on good clothes, you are not eating good food, you are not drinking something nice, something, you understand? Like some people who have money, you will not even, you'll be asking yourself, where the money is. Do you understand?
Okay. All right. Thank you for that question. Why did you answer that question? There's a song that came into my mind. And let me sing it. Problem, they finish. We try to enjoy. But now, my brother could ask some nice. Problem, they finish. We try to they save. Do you get it?
Remix.
Problem. You know they finish. Make me still try to wait till they save. Because if you save, there is problem. If you don't save, guys, there is problem. No, wait. No. So now, okay, so right, but then see, guys. Now we're talking about how to manage our finances, right? So your question, it could be you go here, be like this, not be like should the road just you understand? So, but then what I would say regarding this is, say truth be told, all of us we are seated here, right? For one reason. So what's that reason?
Please, all this is
Please, before you do it right now, can I just say one something so that you can have
Okay, you want to react to him? Okay, fine. Maybe I would have even said that. Sorry. Okay. Regarding him, Abi.
Regarding
No, but I want us to respond to him first.
Okay, basically.
So now that thank God. Okay, can you spell the meanings since you're here? Okay, that's why you're here. Oh, that's fine. So that's what we want to say. So let our finance experts advise him on that. Auditor in chief. So okay, you get the question he asked. Can you come again? I think in a nutshell, what was trying to say is this. He said, no, we're talking about, like, say a personal budget, right? We're talking about, what's the point of saving? Are we going to save at the expense of our own health? Like, do you understand? So he's talking about someone that's invested, had a property, and when the person died, his family were able to access the property. So as we're not asking that, I want to say it's not better to just enjoy your life, enjoy yourself, and if you don't die, go now. Don't worry for their body. Let your children and then start suffering all over again. So that's what he's asking.
We are looking at two things from that conversation. We are talking of life after we are passed on. Then we are also talking of budget which is required for life. So while you are alive, it's very important to keep expanding that. It's either for tourism, maybe for contingent reason, or for investment purpose. So the life after death, there are procedures that take care of that. But what we are talking about.
Okay, sorry. So the question, what I asked is that you have that resources. For example, fine, it's good to save some part, some percentage, because that's one of the rules of life. Do you understand? So it's good to save some percentage. But I was actually talking in the aspect of you having something, right? So while you are trying to save, instead of you to save like, okay, I'm saving 10% or 20% or 30% or 50%. But then this one is not even about saving. It's the fact that because they are trying to live that kind of budgeted life, and then the food you are supposed to eat, you are not eating. The water you're supposed to drink, you're not drinking. Probably you're supposed to be drinking bottled water. You're not drinking pure water or well water. And at the end of the day, it will affect the health, or it will affect that person's standard of living.
In budget has a plan.
Okay.
So for you to actually save, you must plan what your needs are. You plan the available resources. And apportion to it. Also, in the journey of life, for you to even achieve savings or achieve a particular goal, there is no goal that doesn't require, stress or pain. It requires your energy, your time, psychology, and everything. So it may affect you, that is, you will not have excess or something to go back. But once you are able to plan, like your need, what are the needs, on a monthly basis. For example, maybe you don't talk about transportation, talk about the house utilities, then family, put some percentage of it. Whatever that is remain, at the end of the day, it is what you're going to say, but it should be the first priority. Then you give the remaining percentage of what you want to go into this service. So it's not going to affect your health once we have given a plan to what is food. You can even probably increase it in case, maybe we are looking at the cost. For example, now what you are buying for 5 naira and you want to 10 naira. So just means some like trying to reduce some things. So it's not going to affect your health at all. It's very, very important to manage, to apportion those resources that you have there.
Just like the way it's important to also enjoy, like
you still enjoy, of course, once you allocate. But the only of this is to plan. When you don't plan, then something there will be chaos, necessary borrowing and what.
Yeah, borrowing.
Money will finish
at the end of the day, so you keep borrowing, and by the time you borrow, you come back.
It will also help you to place your spending, yes, at a watch. You know if you are going to achieve your goal or not. So it's very, very important.
True.
So you're right. In addition to that, the issue I would just add is to really answer his question, we need to consider 3 things. Just as Madam Charity has said, mindset is the first thing. The lady cooking small, that's poverty mindset. So even in her own view, she thinks she's saving, but she's saving based on poverty mindset. It's not going to yield results. So we really need to work on our mindset. Then the thing is, we consider saving and investment on a broader perspective beyond money. For example, me eating well, I'm saving my health. So it's not for us to answer that question. We need to take it beyond level. We need to just look at saving and investing. For example, me dressing well, I'm investing because the popular saying. Yes, people get to. If you look at Engineer Joseph now, like I've had comment about him that whenever he goes on site, the way clients address him, the way you see him, just the appearance itself, the way they will address him will be different from somebody just looking tattered because you are an engineer, you are not even packaged. So with that, he's dressing. If he's spending on dressing, that means he's investing on his career, the way people perceive him, and he's helping with work ethics. So for us to really answer that question, the first thing is that we all need to work on our mindset. Some people, at the end of the day, if you save 10 naira at the expense of your health, that means you've not really saved. For example, now there was a time that I was doing freelancing, so I discovered that because of greed, I will actually collect so many jobs that I know that within the normal time frame I won't be able to finish. So I will now stress myself over the night just to meet up with the jobs. Okay, I'll be able to deliver, but at the end of the day, because I've stressed myself, I will end up in hospital and I will pay bills. And I discovered that the money I'm not even paying to the hospital, just taking the only little job I can do, it will have saved me that. So that's like collecting that more jobs that you can do is still a poverty mindset, because when you overstress your body, you are going to end up in hospital and you are still going to spend more. So we really need to work on our mindset. So from there, you can now look at saving on a broader level and even investing. Eating well is an investment. I discovered that if I eat well, even the shop drawing I'm doing, I'm more focused, I'm more productive. So I won't say I will not be fasting and I'll be less productive. My KPI will be at stake. No, at the end of the day, I'm going to go out and we are looking for money now.
Okay, I have a question. First of all, Why is it that if someone should dash you money, it's very easy to just spend that one? That's why you know that you like soft life. You will not remember that, oh, I like pizza, oh, there's this toner. Do you get? But if it's money you worked for, right, you budget that. You know, okay, I earn 100k. I'm going to use this 100k for my transport, for this. Everything just revolves around that 100k. Someone should dash me 5k now. I just remember that Cold Stone ice cream. They are doing one promo today. Let me just go ahead.
Don't worry.
I don't know. I just remember that. Oh, this Cold Stone. They sent me a message. They are doing like buy one get one free. Like, why is that a problem? I don't know. Is there any way you can help us?
So we'll come to your thank God it is here. So I don't know if don't know to your question.
Of course, like
you heard this question, right? Okay, so when I'll come back to you. I don't know if you want to respond to it. Okay. Okay, so just to wrap up what they've said, I think they both spoke very well. But truth be told, everything still boils down to a mindset. Like that lady that you were saying that she'll cook half cup of rice. But the truth is, she's even ending up spending more cost of kerosene, cost of oil she's using. You understand? So and time, yes. Do you understand? So the truth is, she might end up even spending more without even knowing, right? So our mindset is key. But me, I will still say that. See, you're not saving you're not saving to hurt yourself, right? You're saving to make your life better. So, like I said, when you want to save, you're not saving. I mentioned contribution and anything that you don't go and contribute money that you think you cannot. You understand? So, because in the long run, if you save bulk of your salary, right, you might end up spending it. That's just the truth. It's okay. This money I want to save, I want to invest. You end up spending it. So just save an amount of money you know that this money is for this purpose, and I will not touch it. Right, so then you're saving, you borrow yourself brain too, because you need to say it's when you're alive, of course, that you're saving for your future, you're saving for your kids, you understand. But then you also take care of yourself. I'm not saying, oh, save 80% of your salary and spend 20. That's not where I'm going. That's not what I'm trying to say. And what I'm trying to say is, in as much as you want to save, right, you should also take care of yourself. But it's a bad habit when you spend everything you're making. And I would have loved to make an illustration with the ants, right? You know, ants, this creature, like when it comes to wisdom, I give it to them because they don't have ruler, they don't have overseer, they don't have commander. But you see these ants during winter, they are gathering food. During summer rather, they are gathering food, they are storing food for winter. So when it's now winter, they seal up their holes, and then they are good because they've stored food that will take them throughout winter. Do you get? So let's have that mindset. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying save and die. Save and die.
For the ants, you don't buy fuel.
The thing is, ants don't buy fuel, right? But they go around. Do you know that it's not everybody that is buying fuel? Some people see. The truth is that mindset of saving.
Okay, you might not be buying fuel for your car. You might be buying fuel for your generator at home and all of that.
Tell me, since when this something don't remove? I mean that you don't buy fuel.
I don't even buy it.
No, it's not when I buy fuel. But sir, I understand. You know what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is, in as much as you're working now, right? I want to have the mindset that whatever earnings we are making, we should know that we have to save, we have to invest for the rainy day. I've seen someone that after retirement at age 60, when they now paid him his pension, that was when this man started building his house. No, do you understand? Like to me, I was like, come on, this is the time that you're supposed to relax and enjoy yourself. So and then now, saving extra 10%, 20% of our salary, we think is a big deal. Trust me, now that we are still young, it's even better than I've seen a lot of people that have at least maybe 2 or 3 persons that I know that assuming they had plans for their old age, they would have lived longer. I've seen like one, like I said one, like 3. And funny enough for them, they don't even have kids. So you know that you don't have children, you didn't have plans for your old age, and then so what have you been doing all through your life? So I'm not saying make money and save everything, but I'm saying as you're making money, now that we are young, right? Try to save, and then when you see that your income does not equate to your expenditure, then that calls for additional income. So now you start thinking of ways of making additional income so that you can.
No, that's very clear. So what would you say, advise us, what would be the minimum percentage you think? Because to be honest, savings in our economy, no matter what you have, can be unrealistic.
Yeah.
And the more you earn, the more I don't know how that happens, right? More money, more problems. However that it is, I don't know. But it happens. So what would you consider or advise us to be that minimum percentage? And if your answer is 10%, what if I choose to convert that 10% to tithes? Does that make sense? Because it's also coming with the promise of a blessing. So how would you advise such a
See, my digging is there. Digging, please help us out. Digging.
No, you're the one lecturing us. You're the one.
Okay.
What I was supposed to answer that
You can help us.
No, I don't know how to answer
Sorry.
that. I don't know how to answer that
Sir,
question.
the Bible says that give what belongs to Caesar to Caesar, and give what belongs to God to God. Do you understand? I'm not a pastor, right? But okay, now that you bring this up, let me even share my personal experience. So I believe when it comes to religion, right, we all have personal encounters with God. Like the way God deals with you, right? It's not the way God deals with you. I believe that. So but when it comes to tithing, from my own perspective,
I didn't want to use that right? Let's not get religious about it. But there's a part where, as individuals, maybe half of the room less have the savings, right?
Yeah.
And then I can see that I have a rooted belief system. Let me call it, whether it's Hindu, God, but even Hindu tells you to give a portion of what you have.
of course.
And I think it's the same thing across religions.
Sure.
So if I have only that 10%, or if you were me and you had only that 10%, would you let me save it, or would you do the other side?
So that's why when I'm trying to explain to you, like I said, so I'm mentioning with God first. But for me, if I'm to take it personal, right? I cannot trade my tithes for investment. Like I'm giving my tithes for tithes. I'm giving my rate for investment because I have had a personal encounter, right? Because there was where I was working before. So let's talk this. One of the people will learn from it. So now, where I was working before, I don't know, but I have to say this here. Now that you've raised it.
I don't want us to be religious. It's very
Yeah, we are.
That's not the aim. If it's going to be religious, you just tell us. I get your point, right? You have a belief system that you have of high value, so it's more like you're giving to a higher being as opposed to yourself. So that's it's fine.
But what I'm trying to say is, you're giving your tithes and you're also investing. I'm not saying give tithes and don't invest.
That's 10%.
You cannot have only that 10%.
This kind of economy we are.
Sir, wait. Hold on. Hello, please. Sir. What I'm saying for now, 10% is this. Sir, do you drink beer?
Yes.
So it's not drink beer.
No.
Somebody like me now.
Sir,
No, like
you
somebody like me.
Use
me as an example.
You buy for your generator.
Use me as an example.
Good. So now, if you cannot deprive yourself, that the luxury, like I want to buy phone in my generator, then you can invest. But don't trade. God's money is God's money.
No, sorry. Can I say something? Don't. That's why I said don't go religious about it. What we are saying is, fine. You feel this 10% we should go to God, right? Which is fine. But by the time you
So
I've seen cases where immediately salary drops like this. Before you know, how much? Maybe 10K or 20K. So what we are saying is, if that 20K that remains is the 10%. Of the salary that's supposed to go into you understand? Are you saying maybe give it to what's called all about you understand?
Your tithe is your tithe. Like what I do, as the alert comes in, before I do any other thing, my tithe goes first.
So what if you fall sick? So you cannot use your tithe.
You cannot use your
Tithe is to God. So what if I don't have what about the 90%?
What about the next? If there's school fees, there's house rent.
That's why we're talking about budgets.
I have budget. Sorry, my original question, let's not go there, was what's the minimum you advise us? Let's leave it.
For investment,
yes, for saving.
you can do 20, you can do
Okay, my landlord increased my rent from 400 to 600. Like, he just put 200K on the rent. So are you now telling me like I've been probably I've been saving? Yes. At the end of the day now.
You can cut
For example, now I am collecting 100K and you expect me to save on my 100K. Somebody else is collecting 300K or 400K and you're expecting him to save for 400K. And we all know that housing issues in Nigeria doesn't have regulation. It doesn't have regulation. So you'll be surprised that you are collecting 100K and the person that is collecting 400K, you are even living in almost the same area. I don't know if you understand. If you are saying, oh, no, you might not be living in, okay, you might be staying in Songo, for example, and this person is staying in Lagada, and probably is renting house of 700K in Lagada, and you are renting house of 300K or 400K in Songo. And at the end of the day, transportation, you now find out that you are even spending more than how many you understand. As you are earning 100K, this person is earning 400K or 700K. At the end of the day, you now find out that, are you telling what will you say about saving? Do you understand? So that is it.
No, it says grace anyway. You know, when I started working in my former company, I was earning 35K then. You know what? Yes,
which year now?
that was in 2006.
I just reached out.
So millions with that, man. Millions with that time.
Millions. It was anywhere.
So 35K. So that I was still with my brother. He has his car that dropped me at Agege from Agege. Before the bus to so for my way going, I have to transfer myself down to, you understand? But during that period, I would still this thing is not convenient for me. I could save up to 15,000 naira
Then I'm not even started paying tithes. I'm eating everything down. You understand? So I've not even saved 15K and I plan to rent an apartment very close to either Oba or money. You understand? I was struggling. You understand? So now, if you are telling me that okay, I should save 10% of my living for maybe investment purpose or something, it's not possible because my plan was to save money to get an accommodation. You understand? When I got that accommodation, even my money wasn't even enough. I have to go and borrow money again. You understand? To pay for the accommodation. Now, we need to save for that. Now, for me to now invest 10% of my chicken money.
But then the accommodation, you didn't get it 1 month. You have to save for some couple of months. That's what we are saying. That whatever you want to do right, accommodation is very important. But let's still have the mindset of saving.
For what?
It's been this case is supposed to be subscribing.
Okay.
It's over
And we are now on break.
And we need to round this up. If there's any other question you want to ask or clarifications, you can refer back to our YouTube page on Charity Radio.
Yeah, I'll drop the link in the group.
Okay, so she will click on the link, then she will explain more to you about whatever question you have.
And you can also
But somebody has one last question.
You can book one section with Madam Charity. Mine is not actually for deeper for that.
Hello guys, okay, so this brings us to the end of the video. Hope you guys find the video interesting. I want to say that let's continue the conversation in the comment section. So feel free to share your view about the subject, because I believe the topic is a very broad topic, right? So thank you for watching. See you on my next video. Please don't forget to like the video, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.